All right, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of our Madden 25 Connected Franchise Owner Mode Fantasy Draft Ralph Wilson Buffalo Bills YouTube series. We are coming off a humiliating loss at the hands of the San Diego Chargers, so let's just get on with it. Let's go. We got player progression to start things off today, starting at the top of the clock with our quarterbacks, running backs, and fullbacks. Starting off with the man, Aaron Rodgers, 9,700 yards to spend. Let's go ahead and just work up basically what, we always work up with Aaron Rodgers, which is, there's other places where we can go. I suppose play action could be a little better. Maybe toughness, though Aaron Rodgers has never really sustained an injury. Sure, let's go ahead. Let's get his toughness up to, 75. Next time we'll get it up to 80. Toughness I don't think does a whole lot, but it brings up brings down the amount of time you're out with a typical injury, though. A player with 99 toughness is still going to be out for a while, when they break their collarbone or something like that. So we get up his accuracy, which is really all we ever do with Rodgers. Sure, let's get him up to 76, whatevs, because everything else is just so damn good. That's just the reality of being Aaron Rodgers. Next up, Jason Campbell, a man who was hurt for almost the entirety of this season. For Campbell, his accuracy is a little hit and miss sometimes, quite literally. I'd like to get his accuracy up, and beautiful. We can actually get up to 90. Not bad for a backup quarterback, particularly a veteran such as Campbell. After that, we got Gradkowski, who I don't think, let's skip over Gradkowski. Being the fourth quarterback to get into the game, not the biggest concern at this juncture. Jordan Rodgers, let's keep working him up. We may as well. His deep accuracy needs some work. So let's go ahead, get that up to a 74. I think is probably the best we can do right now, given that we have some other areas to address. Medium accuracy is sitting at 82. Not bad. We can get it up to an 84 today. And then his short accuracy is sitting at 86. Pretty good. Throwing on the run is 87. That's actually very good. An accuracy overall, 87. I like it. So that's fine. We'll let the third stringer, the little brother, sit at that spot. Ryan Williams, 16,000 points to upgrade. And you guys know where we're going with this. A man who's just put the ball on the turf too many times. 94 is a very good carrying rating, but I'm not resting until that sucker is even better, because the reality of the matter is, for example, Darren Sproles' carrying is about as good as it gets in the game. He's got 97 carrying. He's fumbled the ball once for us, ever in the history of him being a Buffalo Bill. He's fumbled once, and he's had the ball a lot more than Williams, who's fumbled it at least 4 times that I can think of, or Hooker, who's fumbled it away at least twice. Because I'm just tired of these freaking fumbles. They cost us the game yesterday. And today is the last day we're putting up with any of that bullshit. It's just the bottom line. Hooker up to 91. We'll keep working on that. I'm not touching another thing until our running backs, I can confidently say, you know what, these are not guys who are going to put the ball on the turf. It's just the fact of the matter. Onwards and upwards with Jonathan Franklin, our fourth back, who when getting into the game has been hit and miss this season. And his carrying is only 88. Let's get that sucker up to 90. Oh, we can't quite do it. We're like 60 points short of being able to do it. That's okay. We'll get it next time, because again, we're done fumbling on this team. We're not going to fumble more wins away. What if that had been the Super Bowl? It's frustrating stuff. Impact blocking, already 90. I don't know if we need to upgrade that, actually. Run blocking's pretty good. I think awareness might be the best thing, because there are times every once in a while where Mr. Kuhn misses an important block. So there we go. We're done with that for the day. The other thing I'd like to check out, and this is a part of me learning the game along with you guys. We don't have quite enough points for Mr. Irvin, but we've had some people point out in the comments that block shedding, I should have brought this up on Monday. I forgot to. Block shedding is really more of a run defense type skill. We've got Irvin's block shedding up to 90, And I've been wondering for a long time why his pass blocking hasn't improved, or pass rushing hasn't improved. The reality is that Irvin doesn't have swim move, spin move enabled, and those are two really, really important things for being able to be a pass rusher. And so the block shedding element really does not play into that. Really, what that plays into is the block shedding really just plays into run defense. And so we need to make sure that the next time we have the cash, the points to be able to upgrade our pass rushers, we are enabling those things. We are making them a big part of what it is that we need. So not that upgrading the pass blocking was a bad idea. I don't mean that at all. All I'm saying is that we need to be able to diversify ourselves a little bit and get the pass rushing going as well, because we're not getting enough pressure this season on opposing quarterbacks. Anyways, as we've checked out, we're basically locked in at our first and second picks at the center spot and the left tackle spot. It's looking now, though, like we're going to need to start drafting some wide receivers, particularly because, as I asked you guys on Tuesday, I said, what's going on? We have Baldwin holding out. We have a lot of guys holding out. We got Bruce Irvin in there as well, just guys who think that they're worth a lot more than they're actually worth. I think we've made the decision as a group, but I would agree with the people who wrote this, and the majority of you guys did. I think it's time to just cut the cord. I would like to offer them both another contract offer as the season progresses. Maybe at the end of the season, those guys will have a change of heart and be willing to come back for what they're really worth. However, as it stands now, I'm not prepared to unload the truck into those guys' laps. So we're not going to negotiate with those players anymore. We're taking a step back from the negotiating table, and we can let those guys sit for a while, I think. Anyways, we're checking out Roger Gresham out of Eastern Michigan, 6'2", 219, 22 years of age. I love this kid except for the run blocking. His injury's great. Stamina's great. Catching is really nice. Route running, awareness, release, all that stuff exactly where you want it for a young receiver like this who's going to be playing in the slot as a bigger-bodied guy. The run blocking could use some work. Would like to see the run blocking up a little higher. That's okay. On to Darian Faison. Jumping B, I don't mind it. Strength a C, catching a C. Okay, I don't like the catching a whole lot, but that's okay. Route running is a B. I don't like that awareness is a C. If this kid's a great run blocker, though, and he's not. Yeah, I don't think Faison will be one of our draftees. I liked Pero, I liked Gresham, and I really liked Harrison, the 6'4" cat, as well. So Faison, probably not our guy. Tyshawn Murphy, just 20 years old, out of Hofstra. I have never heard of Hofstra in my entire life. But he's 6'4", 221, just 20 years of age. If this kid is somebody who we think is worth developing, he could be a steal. Catching is a B, which is a good place to start off. His strength is a C, jumping's a C. We'll have to come back to him, but he's a guy not expected to go till round 5, so he could be a late round steal potentially. And again, 6'4", I love that size. 221, I love that weight. 20 years old, I love that age. It's good stuff. So we'll keep working on the receivers, keep getting a full picture of what the entire draft class is like. We'll dismiss all these greedy mofos, and we'll move on to next week. A big important part of moving on to next week is seeing exactly, first of all, we'll update the Pro Bowl situation, given that there's only 2 games left. We'll check out the stats, I think, as well for our season. But the most important thing is checking out how the Jets did, because if the Jets won this week, in addition to our Chargers loss, it means that they could be within a game of us. As it just flashed on the bottom of the screen, the Jets were in Denver this week. Denver's a good team. Denver's a hard place to play. We have to keep our fingers and toes crossed that when the week finally advances in a few moments, that they will have come the Jets will have come away with a loss, because that would make our playoff chances that much better. Not playoff chances, but division chances. And unfortunately for us, the Jets won. The Jets are 10-4, and that is who we are playing tomorrow. So happy Friday. Tomorrow is going to be a bloodbath. Jets at Bills. Winner is probably going to take the division. The Jets are 10-4 this season. Bills are 11-3. and it's going to be a game for the ages. So let's go ahead and sorry, Roberto Garza, I love you, but you're not coming back. And we can see here we have, with that loss from last week, we're down from 2nd to 4th overall. We're still killing it in the money department, still killing it in a lot of departments, but down with that loss, and our first loss to a non-Patriots team. Anyways, here's our season stats. Aaron Rodgers having a great season. Almost 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 10 picks. Has been sacked just 5 times. You can see 3 sacks last week. Means he had just 2 coming into the game. 245 of 319, good for 76%. Last season, Aaron Rodgers broke the all-time NFL record for season completion percentage at 73. This season, he's set to break that as well, his own record at 76%. Running the ball, we've been hit and miss this season. Ryan Williams, 138, 699 yards on the season, 18 touchdowns. Basman Hooker, 77 carries, 390 yards, 5.1 yard per carry average as well. By Williams and Hooker the same in that regard. 4 touchdowns for Hooker. Aaron Rodgers, 28, 117, 1 touchdown. Sproles, 5 for 39. Franklin, 5 for 10. Here's the big deal, though. Williams, 4 fumbles. Hooker, 2 fumbles. Rodgers also 2 fumbles, but a quarterback's expected to do that when they take big shots. Sproles, 1. Franklin, 1. Too many. Too many. Castro has 1. Ford has at least 1 as well. Too many. That's like 1 a game we're averaging. Way too high. Eric Baldwin leading the way in the receiving category, 76 catches, 1,023 yards, 9 touchdowns. Hooker, 36 catches, 346 and 2 touchdowns. Deshaun Jackson in a quietly impressive season, 35 catches, 682 yards, 7 touchdowns. Doug Baldwin, 25, 347 and a touchdown. Ryan Williams, 25, 195, 2 touchdowns. Darren Sproles, 16 for 150. Jeff Cumberland, 10 for 113 and 3 touchdowns. Manningham, 8 for 85 and a touchdown. Jacoby Ford, 7 for 82 and a touchdown. Gino Castro, 6 for 156, an average of 26 yards a catch, 3 touchdowns. John Kuhn, 3 for 21. Niles Paul, 1 for 7. And Jonathan Franklin, 1 for 10. On to the defensive side of the ball, Jamarcus Sanford leading the way with 39 tackles. Behind him, John Bostic with 35. Thomas with 32. Justin Durant with 25. Vontae Davis with 24. Tackles for a loss. Leading the way is Thaddeus Gibson with a very impressive 10. Vince Wilfork has 8, while Irvin and Worrells each have 5. Each have 6. Bostic with 5 sacks. Leading the way, Vince Wilfork, an extremely impressive 7 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. Gibson's got 5. Irvin's got 3 off the ends. Worrells has 1. McCann has 1. Picks. Unfortunately for us, Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie has been very quiet as of late. He had 7 interceptions in the first half of the season. In the second half, in the handful of games we've had, I think it would be 6 games now we've had since the halfway point, he has 0 picks. So he was on pace to shatter records, has slowed way off, though. Kirkpatrick is 3, Thomas is 2, McCann 1, Gilchrist 1, Davis 1. Our only defensive touchdown, I think we have 1 defensive touchdown this year. It went to Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie on an interception return. Kicking the ball, Greg the Leg is now he's made everything from short distance. He's missed 2 very long field goals, so he's 7 of 9. Sam Martin, 3 punts for 145 yards. 3 punts in an entire season. Returning the ball, Castro's average has slowed down a bit, but still 31 yards, pretty impressive average. Ford's average has been terrible this year, 24.4, not helped by his awful performance yesterday. That's basically that. Castro, 15 punt returns for an average 19.7 yards. That's impressive. He has a touchdown as well. So those are the season stats. We'll quickly go over to our Pro Bowl numbers and end-of-year award projections. Just found right here below on the page. Not the transactions. Nope, that's not what I clicked on. We'll go back as soon as you find a way to load. Thank you. And we will go on to the awards box on the worst menus ever designed in a game ever. And we'll go ahead. Let's check out weekly awards. I always tell you guys when we get a weekly award, it just honestly, unfortunately, doesn't happen that much with the way things work. We have great offensive or defensive performances and just rarely get Player of the Week awards. It's just a part of the game. I don't know why. We had 1 in week 3, Ryan Williams, and that was basically it. Williams had 129 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 45 yards through the air. That's actually not that amazing. I'm sure we've had better performances since. I don't know. It's just weird the way the algorithm in this game works. The same thing for these year-end awards. MVP right now is Aaron Rodgers, leading the league with an 11-3 record. The Browns are also 11-3. 49ers are also 11-3. Tim Tebow, fifth in voting right now. Coach of the year right now is Doug Marrone. Chudzinski, who ironically is fired in real life, is second in voting because his team is 11-3. 49ers and Eagles also 11-3. Schwartz of the New York Jets 10-4 there as well. Chip Kelly of the 11-3 Eagles. That's nice to see. And aside from that, yeah, you can read the rest of the list for yourself. Pro Bowl voting. Actually, sorry, yearly awards. We didn't actually go to the AFC. I apologize. AFC Offensive Player of the Year right now is Adrian Peterson. Aaron Rodgers is second in voting. Ryan Williams is seventh. But right now, as it stands, Adrian Peterson of the Chiefs, the top offensive player in the NFL. Luke Kuechly, the top defensive player. We don't have anybody on that list, which is disappointing. Offensive rookie, Eric Baldwin is this award wrapped up. Asmon Hooker's in second. Defensive rookie of the year, we have nobody on this list. That's kind of disappointing. But then again, there aren't a lot of guys on our defense who've got a lot of chances. Aaron Rodgers is right now the best QB in the AFC. Adrian Peterson, the best running back. Ryan Williams is in third in voting. Wide receivers, right now it's Antonio Holmes of the Dolphins. Bills, nobody on that list. Offensive lineman is Ben Grubbs. We have 4 of the top 5 spots. Gilbert in second, Vasquez in fourth, and Roos in fifth. Eric Wood, the only guy nowhere to be found. Defensive lineman of the year right now is rookie Jordan Adantor of the New York Jets, against whom we're about to play. Bills, Vince Wilfork is in 10th in voting. DB, Reggie Nelson of the Indianapolis Colts. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is in 4th in voting. He's the lone candidate for us. Greg the Leg is up for best kicker, which is hilarious because he's only actually kicked the ball 9 times and missed 2 of those. But that is how the awards look right now. Let's go on to the Pro Bowl voting for the AFC. And right now, Aaron Rodgers leading the way by far in the quarterback category. He'll be there. Running backs, we got nobody. Peterson, Doug Martin, Stephen Ridley, and Jaquiz Rogers leading the way. Dickerson and Leach appear to be the fullbacks. Cobb, Holmes, Moore, Macklin, Moss, and Washington, and Castro, presumably as the returner, leading the way in the wide receiver category. Eric Baldwin, the top tight end, he'll go for sure. Michael Roos, Ben Grubbs, Eric Wood, Luis Vasquez, Marcus Gilbert, all probably going. Victor Butler, and Anthony Spence, Jason Pierre-Paul, Ossie Umenyiora, the defensive ends, Dantor, Martin, and Wilfork, the defensive tackles right now. Miller, Suggs, Timmons, Kuechly, Marcellus, and Howard are the linebackers. Browner, Tillman, Jenkins, Corals, Nelson, McCourty, Cyprin, Pollard are the DBs, and Justin Tucker and Drew Butler are the specialists. So you can go through that list a little slower if you want for yourself. But that's the list as it stands right now. Agree or disagree with it. I don't see how Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie is one of the leading candidates for outstanding defensive player of the year in the AFC, but still, for some reason, doesn't have any spot in the Pro Bowl. But that's fine. That's just how it works sometimes. Anyways, we are on to practice. We're going to go tied up on offense. Why? Because I really feel like running my offense and beating the crap out of somebody after our performance last week. And if somebody tries to beat or fumble the ball, that is, on our offense, if somebody tries to fumble the ball away, then we have the option of immediately cutting that person and then burning their house down, because that is how I feel about anybody who wants to go ahead and fumble the football this practice scenario. Because I'm really tired of it. The fumbles killed us this past game, and they're going to kill us again until we can get over this fumbleitis we have. Anyways, practice is on. Let's go ahead here. Start off putting the ball in the air. 5 minutes on the clock. It is 2nd and 10 right now. Sending the blitz. Ryan Williams comes wide open. He's going to put his head down or spin for some. Okay, he spins. He doesn't put his head down. Brings up 3rd and inches. And Ryan Williams is going to get the carry here on the goal line play to try and get the first down. We'll see if he can hold on to the football. He gets across the line, and he's tackled without fumbling the ball. What an incredible thing he's been able to do. Somebody get this man a Nobel Peace Prize. All right, fumbler number 1 is about to be followed by fumbler number 2. Basman Hooker goes around the left side, doubles back, and he only gets, well, he gets no yards, but he also didn't fumble the ball. So that's another successful play for us. Strong flood coming out here. 3.5 minutes left in the practice scenario. Eric Baldwin comes open, immediately hit, but he holds on to the ball. Nice reception, 10 yards, 3rd and inches coming out. Let's give Ryan Williams another chance. He held on to the ball the first time. Let's see if he holds on to the ball the second time. Here we go. Williams off the right side. He's got room, puts his head down, and he gets the first down and holds on to the football. 3-yard gain. 2:53 left in the practice scenario. Bills at their own 49-yard line and driving. The biggest asset, I'd say, of this drive for the Buffalo Bills so far has been their ability to not fumble the football every time they touch it. It's amazing what they can do on offense when they don't fumble it every time. Here, Deshaun Jackson steps out of bounds on that 10-yard reception. 2nd and inches upcoming. 2:26 left in the practice scenario. We're just going to slow play this guy because why not? If we run this one more play, we should be able to get the first down, and we should be able to run out the clock to the 2-minute warning. The flippity flops in goal line. Ryan Williams shakes off a would-be tackler and gets 5 yards. Nice job by him. And he still is holding on to the football. That's 4 touches for him in this practice scenario. Every single one he finished by getting tackled and not fumbling it even one time. Very impressive. 39 seconds left in the practice scenario. Let's go ahead, go halfback off tackle, giving Ryan Williams some room to run here, hopefully around the tackle. Blocks don't set up great, but Williams still able to get around the edge for 2 yards. Clock running, which is the most important thing right now, to be perfectly on a single back now. Let's go ahead, see if we can find, there we go, inside cross. I like this play. High percentage pass play. We're not going to actually allow this play to begin until the clock has wound down. The play clock, that is, not the game clock, to 1 second left. We should have about 1:16 left on the game clock when we call this play. We are almost, we are in Greg the Leg range. I'd like to get closer just to make the field goal a more high percentage play. But really all we need is one more first down, and that will, and over the middle, Doug Baldwin right there. He's tackled, but a nice gain of 15 yards. Now the flippity flop's going to start using their timeouts. Right now, with 2 timeouts being on and it being a first down, we can run the clock down if we wanted to. We could get it down to about 25 seconds left in the practice. So 25 seconds, not a lot of time. If we were to be able to score a field goal for the flippity flops to respond, a first down play there, 2-yard run off the right side for Williams. We'll go ahead, give Basman Hooker a carry out of the pistol on the right-hand side. Neither of our running backs has fumbled yet, which is very, very nice. 2nd and 8. Hooker has room to get around the right side. He does, and he works his way back in to get tackled, which is what I wanted him to do. He could have scored there off the right-hand side, but he gets tackled at the 2-yard line, which is what I wanted, because that will allow us to actually, we're gonna run this one laterally and dive. So Williams gets a tackle there. I should have just called it take a knee. Because the flippity flops are out of timeouts now, and once the game clock is underneath 40 seconds, we'll be able to take a knee, and then we will just have to kick the ball through the uprights, and then we win the practice scenario for the first time in like a month of game time. That is not series time, but we've choked too many of these practice scenarios away. We need the developmental points, the progression points. And Greg the Leg is going to come in here to put this one up, put this one through, and take the practice scenario for us. All we have to do is wait an awkwardly long amount of time for us to be able to do that. And let's count down from 10 seconds, because why not? We got 10, we got 9, we got 8, we got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 balls back, 1 ball's up, 0 balls good. Field goal takes it. No fumbles is what I like to see. Driving the field's what I like to see. And hopefully tomorrow on Happy Friday, we'll get to see a Buffalo Bills victory that will not only seal the division, but possibly seal the conference if a Buffalo Bills win is matched with a loss of the second team in the AFC whose name escapes me right now. But that's okay. Until tomorrow, I'll see you guys. I'm Tuxedo T-shirt, and I'm out.